Hello everybody and welcome back to On Point HQ, and in this relatively short video I'm going to be talking about my Napoleonics again, or lack of Napoleonics. So if you've been following the channel any time this year, I occasionally dip my toe into Napoleonic painting. It's just not something that's really ever clicked with me. And so it all started with the winter warmer back in January, where we all said we'd paint something by the end of the month. And I decided to do something completely different, which I don't normally do, and I painted Napoleonics because I had a box of Perry's French Infantry on my hobby shelf that I'd bought for reasons best known to no one really. I've been painting bolt action for years now. I'm comfortable in painting bolt action and I can paint relatively quickly. These I can't. I've never been able to paint these quickly. In fact, Ken, Martin and Dom, my comrades from the Plastic Crack podcast, are very much into their black powder, and they seem to possess the paint Napoleonics very quickly skill that I am somewhat lacking. But I think I've made a breakthrough, and what I thought I'd do is just to sort of motivate myself and also just keep people sort of updated what I'm doing. I thought I'd do a very quick video on my Napoleonics. So these are my French. Now I need seasoned Napoleonic painters, players and wargamers. I need your opinion. Am I going too far with these guys? And I mean, is it taking me so long because I'm putting too much effort or detail into them, or is it because I just don't like painting white? So this is what, and just as a massive disclaimer, these are nowhere near historically accurate at all, not in the slightest. I've just painted them the way I think they should be painted. But am I putting too much effort in? Am I spending too long? Because I'm aware, I mean, black powder and Napoleonic war games, you need quite a few figures. So I've worked out that I will be about 114 by the time I have enough figures to have a game of black powder. So I'm after hints and advice and tips really. Where am I going wrong? Why is it taking me half an ice age to paint while others can seemingly fly through? I will get to a sort of a breakthrough in a second, but just thought I'd run through just what I've been doing. And these have taken me ages, absolutely ages to do. And Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors, he's been painting for less than, I think, Napoleonics for 5 or 6 weeks, and he's flying through them like nobody's business. Whereas my painting is practically glacial in its approach. And I do watch a lot of Napoleonic videos from the community, and I always come away feeling, let's be honest, infinitely jealous that you guys can paint as quickly and as well as you do. So am I just taking the wrong tack? Am I just taking the wrong approach here, or what? Anyway, so I had a bit of a moment last week, and I was very kindly sent a box of random Napoleonic screws by Reaper Games. So big thanks to Jim from Reaper Games for that. I'll pop a link to his website in the description below. He does a good line of variety boxes that are great for starting or supplementing armies, so go and check him out. Anyway, he sent me some Napoleonic sprues. There was some British in there, and let's have a look at this. See, this was the first one I painted. Now, what's different about it? Well, clearly these are Warlord, they're Perry's, and they're French, and this is British. But I speed painted this one. This took me about just over an hour to paint, because I completely changed my approach. I glued all the packs and the heads on, and I did my usual sort of bolt action painting, which is to do block painting followed by a wash and then very basic highlights. And so I flew through that really fast. So I thought, right, can I replicate that on a whole stand? So I did this. and these were painted in exactly the same way, and I flew through these really pretty quickly. Am I just more, interested in painting British? I don't know, but the approach I took with these was a complete polar opposite approach I took with them. And I think the British have got kind of a darker. I went for more muddier approach to the British, and the basing as well. I actually used this for the first time as a basing material. Oop, there we go. So it's Vallejo thick mud. Normally I just apply this as sort of onto running gear and tracks and vehicles for bolt action, but I wanted a really muddy look on my Napoleonics, so I used it and just pressed when it was still wet. Just pressed in some static grass, and then brushed on some weathering pigment to give them some dirty trousers. So I was on a roll at this point. So I also had some Warlord French cavalry, so the chasseurs à cheval, and so I painted these. And again, it was the same approach that I took to painting the British, just using my bolt action painting technique to paint some Napoleonics. So I don't know whether this is the way forward for me. It's to sort of use the same process that I use for blasting through bolt action figures as I should do with Napoleonics. I don't know. Like I say, I just need some pointers and tips really. Where am I going wrong? Am I going wrong? Should I just stop listening to my own brain and just keep painting the way that I am? I'm not a big Napoleonic painter, and I've never gamed Napoleonics either. So maybe I do need to ramp it up a bit. I mean, I've been immersing myself in the in the history, because it's something that was a period I wasn't really familiar with. This was actually the last French base that I painted, and this was the quickest I've ever painted, and it still took me 3 days to do. I just don't know where I'm going wrong, guys. I really, really don't know where I'm going wrong. I just don't possess. It's weird how I can paint bolt action really quickly, and Napoleonics not so quickly. I think it's the white. I don't like painting white or red or blue. So I've probably chosen the wrong period to paint. Anyway, I'm rambling. So it's my skirmish and voltigeurs. So yeah, well, if you could give me one tip for painting Napoleonics, what would it be? I would very much greatly appreciate your input. So that's a bit of a rambly one, but I hope it just goes to show where I'm up to with my Napoleonics. I haven't given up on them. I have just stalled somewhat. Any comments or questions or your tips, leave them down below in the comment section. Also be sure to check out Reaper Games. And as always, thanks for watching. Do take care. May your dice roll well, and I'll catch you all in the next video. So, bye bye for now.